A big wingman, welcome to the wingman's path to positivity, to raising your vibration, and to creating a life of your choosing. I welcome you. I thank you so much, and I appreciate you for joining me and inviting me and all us wingmates in to share a spark of positive energy. You know the story if you've been with me for any time. The more of us that share that spark of positive energy, the easier it is for each of us to bring more positive energy into our lives. So I welcome you and I thank you and I appreciate you sharing this spark of positive energy with all of us wingmates. If you are just joining us for the first time, my name is Michael Gross. I get to be the lucky guy who gets to be the wingman on the wingman's path to positivity and gets to facilitate these practices and see what we can do to really bring a lot of positive energy into our lives. And today's practice is a good one, and I just started thinking about it because I'm standing outside. I just walked by a primary school, a school for young kids, and it reminded me of an article I read yesterday about these two young girls, Leah and Caroline Carrico, I think I'm saying their names correctly, who were lost in the northern forests of California for almost 2 days. And Leah, the 8-year-old, said to Caroline, the 5-year-old, think happy thoughts. Yeah, think happy thoughts. How's that? An 8-year-old knows what we've got to do to survive, right? Now, Caroline actually said in the interview, it didn't work. I cried most of the night. And it got me thinking of what Leah could have said differently. Because it's interesting, whether you're in the forests of North Carolina and you're scared and you're cold and you're hungry and you don't know what's going to happen to you, or you're in the jungles of a big city, right? The city jungles, right? And you're scared and you're hungry and you're lonely and you don't know what's going to come next, right? I think what Leah could have said is, let's just practice thinking happy thoughts for 1 minute. I found the wingman's path to be, these 1 minute practices which make up the path, when you only think about doing it for 1 minute, seeing Leah and Caroline and watching the interview and reading the articles about them reminded me of a presentation I made a few years back in the city of Camden. Now, if you don't know the city of Camden, New Jersey, it's been a tough city for a long time. Hopefully it's climbing out, but back then it was pretty well known as one of the worst in America for poverty and crime and drugs and jails and not a place you want to move into, right? As a matter of fact, I remember reading an article a guy wrote about Rolling Stone magazine at that time, that pretty much everyone you meet in Camden, man or woman, has just recently gotten their ass kicked. So it's a tough place, and I was speaking to kids that were not only in Camden, but in the foster program at Camden. And one of the things I said to them is, when you're in the swamps with alligators, you got to focus on the alligators or else you're going to die, right? You got to focus on the alligators. But if for 1 minute you can think happy thoughts, you can think about a life you want to create for yourself, you can think about a better situation for yourself, you can think of climbing out and imagine yourself in a better place for just 1 minute. Well, what I found is that 1 minute can lead to 2 minutes, to 10 minutes, to 20 minutes, to a day, to a year, to a lifetime, to helping you create a life of your choosing, right? So I think what Leah said to Caroline is 100% true, and I thought you and I should do it today together in honor of those two who were found after 44 hours surviving in the forests, the northern forests of California, right? Think happy thoughts. Let's just say that to ourselves. Let's get that into our head for 1 minute, right? Just for 1 minute. Think happy thoughts. Now, when you say it, what comes to mind? Sometimes it's hard to get those thoughts going, right? I think of being with my kids or a happy moment in my life or something that I helped someone or they helped me or just a fond memory. Come up with a happy thought. If you can only come up with one, hold on to that. Practice holding on to that one happy thought for 1 minute. And in honor of Leah and Caroline's survival in the woods, let's get into our head to think happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts. How hard can it be to think about a thought that made an imagination, a thought about you creating a life of your choosing, a thought about where you want to get to, a goal you want to achieve, a challenge you accepted and you overcame, right? There's a lot of happy thoughts we can come up with. Now, of course, when our reality is slapping us cold and hard in the face, when we're in the woods of North Carolina and we're cold and hungry and wet and all that goes with it, or we're in the jungles of an urban city, one thing's for certain: thinking happy thoughts can help you create a better reality. I'm proof of that. I know so many people who have done the same, and I know you can do the same starting right now for 1 minute. Just say to yourself, I'm thinking happy thoughts. I'm thinking happy thoughts. And as you say it, come up with something that makes you smile, that brings a smile to your heart and to your head, right? And to your face, right? Bring yourself a smile. Maybe smile even if you can't, as you're trying to come up with happy thoughts in honor of Leah and Caroline and their survival, because that's a happy thought in itself, right? That's a happy thought in itself. I thank you so much for joining me for this moment of positivity, for these practices along the wingman's path, so we can all bring a little more positive energy into our lives and all raise our vibration a little bit so we can see clearly the path we need to go on, or we wanted to go on, or we choose to go on, to creating a life of our choosing. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great day. Your Wingman Michael, from the Wingman's Path to Positivity here in the urban jungle of Hoi An, Vietnam, signing off. Thank you so much.